If you're asking the question, how do you confront others? I'm going to invite you to think of a more powerful question. And the question that I would invite you to think of is, how do I confront myself? Someone asked me the other day that very question in a coaching session. How do I go so that I can finally start confronting others and bringing out my truth in our conversations? And what ended up happening was a bit of a smile on my part, because in the conversation, it had become apparent that a lot of the decisions that were made through the lens of, how will this impact other people? How will I be seen by other people? How will other people take this? How can I keep them safe? How do I not hurt them? How do I not have them feel offended? How do I not have them feel uncomfortable? Just basically, how do I take care of other people? And really, through that, how do I take care of myself by trying to make other people stay comfortable? Because realistically, there's an element here of, like, if we are good with whatever reaction will come from another individual, then we have more space to be able to move forward. And the question was really earnestly asked, and so due to the counterintuitive nature and value that I have, I let her know my truth in it, which was to focus less on actively trying to confront someone else, and instead seek for the highest and utmost integrity with yourself, with your values, with your standards, with the way that you see life being led right now, and the possibility that you are building and living into in any given moment. And be willing to confront yourself first. And I think it's beyond being willing to be confronted yourself. Confront yourself first. And in the action of confronting yourself, let me make this more real. I'll give you an example from some of my experience. I've found that the element of whether or not I'll confront someone else is really more about, will I be able to, am I tolerating something that I don't really want? And the elements here, let's say, for example, we're having a conversation and I don't believe in the truth that is being said, or I see that to being really harmful. At that point, I have to confront myself to see, am I willing to speak up in this situation? Am I willing, are my values that important to me? Is my truth that important to me? Is the way that I show up for this person or others that important to me, for me to choose to confront whatever is keeping me from speaking my truth at this point? And the reason I want to kind of call this out here, actually, there's a number of different reasons. One, it keeps the power with you. It lets you play your game. The second reason here is that we really don't know what's going to impact someone else, what's going to be harmful, what's going to be helpful, in a lot of different ways. It's not like, if you're a trailblazer in this regard, I know that you're someone that has insight and probably spent a lot of your time being able to see what the external environment is, what's rewarded and what's punished there. And so through that, you probably have navigated and know what you feel would be safe and what you feel might be uncomfortable or unsafe. And the element here is what someone else considers confronting, or what someone else considers unsafe or uncomfortable. That's completely based on that other person. And what we want to do is get you to the place of at least inviting the space of, are you willing to confront yourself to allow that person to be uncomfortable? Are you willing to confront yourself to no longer tolerate something that doesn't work for you anymore, that doesn't suit you anymore, especially if it had been something that you had allowed to go by in the past? So let's end this conversation, and let's end this video here and actually continue the conversation beyond this here. I'm going to invite you to, in the next 24 hours, to look at yourself and see one place where you've been holding back and confronting someone else. And rather than going to figure out what you need to do to go and confront them, spend some time seeing, what is it about you that needs to be confronted? And in the next 24 hours, I invite you to confront that for yourself and allow whatever else comes afterwards to take place. I'm Niyama Shang. Wherever you are, leave a comment. And after you take this 24-hour invitation, come and let us know how that worked out for you. What were some of the insights? What were some of the challenges you had? I love to see when people pause, like sometimes not taking action, but growing awareness is just as important as taking action. And so I want to just make sure we're engaging in this conversation and growing throughout this process. And if you're looking for a space where you can really confront yourself on a regular basis, then come join us inside of the Trailblazer Collective, which is our ongoing community of practice. It's our Courage Gym, where you can do different reps of various types through various types of workshops, activities, gatherings that really give you an opportunity to regularly confront more and more of who you are, such that it doesn't actually feel like confronting others when you're out in the world. That sounds exciting to you? Go to niyama.com/collective. That's NIIAMAH.com/collective. And fill out the application and let's have a conversation and see how we can best support you through this and other things. All right, here goes the deal. You got this. And we got you. Journey on. Hey, Niyama here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and then go ahead and leave one of your insights from today's video in the comments below. If you're looking to take this deeper, you can go and watch another video, or you can go to niyama.com/tribe to get exclusive invitation to our tribe member only events. I'll see you soon.